Ooh, I don't know where that sneeze came from. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, April 14th, 2025. My name is Malcolm. I got a cup of coffee. Let's talk about stuff. Today is National Creamsicle Day. So you like creamsicles, today's your day. That's the national day today. Good morning, Dustin. Good morning, Random. Thank you for joining me. Hope you guys are doing well. Anywho, yeah. Oh, man, I don't know where that sneeze came from. That came out of nowhere. Robert's being extra this morning, playing with his teddy bear and squeaky ball. Yeah. He's weird. He's like a teenager. He does just weird stuff. No rhyme or reason to what he's doing. He just does weird stuff. But anyway, there's Ramesh. Good morning, Ramesh. Yep, 49.51. It keeps fluctuating. It goes up like 2, and then it drops 2. Then it goes up 2, and then it drops 2. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, today's Thursday. Let's see. Weather's going to be up to like 88 degrees today. Let's see what else we got going on. It rained last night. A little bit. I planted some clover seed in the front yard because it's very shaded. Regular grass just won't grow that much because it's a lot of shade. I mean, it's, some of the light gets through the leaves and stuff like that and branches and whatnot. So clover does well in that type of situation. So I planted some clover, and all this rain we've been having is just sprouted up all over the place. It's going to look great. I like clover in the yard. I think it looks better than regular grass. It's nice, lush green. It doesn't get tall. Has the nice little white flowers for the bees in the springtime. It's good stuff. I like it. It's going to be a 9 out of 10 day. We got Terry in here as well. Good morning, Terry. Thanks for joining us. 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Today is going to be a damn good day. If Random and Ramesh are correct, you guys need to go buy a lottery ticket or something. They both said it's going to be an awesome day today. So that's great news. If you play the lottery and you think your odds are good enough. No traffic in central Indiana. Look at that. Weather's going to be nice. Traffic's going to be light. Forecasting a good day. I mean, it's I don't know. If you're having a bad day, it might be your fault. Here's the nail in the coffin. Let's see what it says. Oh, Magic 8 Ball, is today going to be a good day? Most likely. It said most likely, so that's 3 out of 3 saying it's going to be a good day today. So, thanks, Magic 8 Ball. You're the best. Yep. Let's go. We're knocking it out today. Here's something interesting. You know how your phone's always listening to you, suggests ads, does all this other stuff. We've talked about it a million times. Doesn't matter if you got an iPhone, you got an Android, it's listening to you and it's sucking your information, using it against you, sometimes for you. Google turns 2 billion smartphones into a global earthquake warning system. So, there's sensors all in your phone, detects all kinds of crazy stuff. And it has a map here, and it tells something a little about it. You know what the Earth looks like. I don't have to show you the map. But what it does, let's see, how do they phrase it? It detects certain stuff in the here. Oh, here we go. So this is called Android Earthquake Alert System. Android power devices to capture the faint signal of P waves, a seismic tremor that precedes the more destructive S waves. So, not only is your phone listening to you, it's listening to the Earth if you have an Android. And now it's going to aid in the warning of earthquakes, imminent earthquakes. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. You never even knew it. I'm sure it's doing a bunch of other stuff anyway. Let Robert play with the 8 ball? I don't think he would. I'll give it to him. But it's hard plastic. He licked it. He's sniffing it. He's rolling it over. Oh, Robert rolled it over. Let's see what Robert got out of the 8 ball. His forecast is very doubtful, but he's a dog, so. Good day, Wankas. How's that? I think that's British. Birds are dying because of radiation pollution increases. Mobile rape. Jeez, be a Debbie Downer there, Ramesh. We're talking about good stuff. Ramesh is like, well, in case you didn't know, your phone's doing this too. Oh, your toilet detects P waves. Ha ha ha. Boom. Thank you, Dustin, the comedian in the crowd. Well, if it detects P waves, mine detects S waves. So I got you on that one, Dustin. P waves and S waves right there in your toilet the whole time. Earthquakes. I made it shatter a few times. Shake and rumble. Fancy toilet. I know, right? His does P waves. Mine detects S waves. Not. His is probably that's more enjoyable than mine. If there is such a thing as enjoyment in the P and S waves. I know. It's like we could be want to sneeze again. I don't know what's going on. I got a wild hair or something up my nose. I don't know what Ramesh does. I really don't need to know how Ramesh goes to the bathroom. Yeah, but I still think that's pretty cool. There's a map here I could show you guys. But like I said, you guys know what the Earth looks like. It's interesting to me if you look at this map. Let me pull it up for you guys. You guys can take a quick look at it. Tell me what you think. Let me get it situated here and reveal it for you. But there's no Android phones in Russia. A lot of Africa doesn't have Android phones. What's going on here? Is that true? I mean, this is Android earthquake alerts, detections, and alerts. Maybe it's just the places it's detecting it. Well, no, because if you look over here on Japan, it's grayed out. Now, Japan has Android phones, but they may have certain restrictions and regulations saying that Android can't do certain things with their phones, and they may have opted out of this early alert system, and that's why it's grayed out. I don't know. Mexico's grayed out as well, a bunch of it. So, I know there's Android phones in these other countries. It got to be. But, yeah. It's on in the United States. It's on in India and Australia. So, there you go. But, they have automatic missiles, no phones. In North Korea. I don't know what they got going on in North Korea. I got a snotty nose. I know. What's up with that, man? I'm trying to catch up with the comments. You guys are really going at it today. I appreciate the activity on there. And we got Mel. Hey, Mel. How's it going? Thanks for joining us. And Wesley as well. Thanks for joining us all. Oh, in this day in history, we'll throw this out there real quick. You guys probably know this already anyway. Michael Jackson takes control of the Beatles publishing rights. He bought the Beatles publishing rights in '85. I didn't think it was that far back, but it was. Paul McCartney was trying to buy it, and Michael Jackson beat him on the bid or whatever and won it. Just outbid him. And he only paid like $47 million or something like that for the rights, which proved to be very lucrative. Probably the best investment Michael Jackson ever made. It funded all of his, as said in the story, it funded all of his luxury stuff that he liked to do. And, but he sold it to Sony in like 2008. Yeah. So now Sony owns it. So they're making all the profits off the Beatles. But the Beatles songs aren't played nearly as much as they once were. They were big in the 80s still. They're still a huge... I mean, everybody knows the Beatles, right? But, yeah. Michael Jackson bought it. And then, like, that's how he funded Neverland and all these other things that he did. All these crazy things. He had concerts and album sales himself. But yeah, most of his money after his, they said he was the peak of his career in the mid '80s, as far as financially speaking is concerned. You know, his money is concerned. And then the Beatles purchase helped him ride out all the other extravagant weirdo stuff he'd like to do the rest of his life. So yeah. Like and subscribe. You guys don't need to hound everybody. They'll like and subscribe if they want to. I'm not too stressed about it. It is what it is. You know? Only 47 million. I know, right? Mike Jackson beat us together in India. I don't know. I can't figure out what he's talking about. Ramesh there when he says some weird stuff. Maybe he's been drinking. I don't know. I'm just drinking coffee. But yeah, it's interesting. I knew that he bought the Beatles. So every time a Beatles song is played, Sony gets a cut now. And the story was kind of interesting how the Beatles set up their own record label. Kind of like their own record label, where they were part owners of the record label. So not only did they get a percentage for being the artist, a percentage for being the songwriter, they got a percentage for being the record label as well. So they really like cashed in on themselves more, had more control of their own money that they deserve to get. Most artists aren't able to do that. That's why they rewrite stuff and start their own little studio and their own little record companies so they can keep all the money to themselves. Record companies get like 50% of the funds from album sales or something like that. They get a huge percentage. The artists themselves get a very small percentage of the money that's made on music, and they're still rich. So you know the record companies are like cashing in huge. They're making up. That's where the money is, to be the record label. But anyway, why you say? Could you say very weird stuff, random? I mean, Ramesh, not random. Random says the weird stuff too. But Ramesh, you say all kinds of weird stuff, man. It just doesn't make sense. I know it's lost in translation, but you have been drunk on here once or twice, so we can associate that with you a little bit. He's a nut without alcohol. Exactly. Yeah. He's already wacko without alcohol, and when he does get alcohol, he just loves everybody to death. He's a happy drunk. He's a lovey, happy, soppy drunk. Coffee tastes really good this morning. I don't know. I didn't do anything different. It's the same old coffee I always make. But anywho, there's term. Sit around and talk about your driver's license? Nah, not really. I have an ugly picture on my driver's license, but that's about all there is to talk about on there. I have just an average driver's license. I don't know about sitting around talking about driver's license. That's kind of odd. If that's what gets your kick on, that's great. More power to you. I don't know about that though. You know, most people laugh about people's driver's license when they laugh at the picture because they make you stand, a certain way. And I know here in Georgia they make you take your glasses off. I can't wear my glasses in my driver's license photo. So, I don't know. Who has a real ID driver's license? Yeah, I've got that. The real ID. The one with the little star on there and everything like that. Make sure you're legit. That's a whole nother thing in itself. Yeah, mine's all good to go. But anyway, it's almost time. I was going to say something else and my mind went blank. Hey, you got us, Term. We're sitting around talking about driver's license. You got us. You got to get... well, thanks for joining us, Term, and tricking us into talking about driver's license. Or I did the talking, really, not anybody else. I'm only yapping on the screen, right? But that's my time. You guys have a great day. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, watching, and enjoying, and all that good stuff. Stay tuned for more stuff. And I hope to see you guys later. Have a great day. It's going to be a 9.5 out of 10 day today. You have no excuse for having a bad day today. Bye, guys. Talk to you guys later.